Why the Memphis Grizzlies are serious contenders this season. After a disappointing 2023-24 season plagued by injuries, the Memphis Grizzlies have bounced back in a big way for the 2024-25 campaign. With an electrifying style of play and a top-tier offense, they are proving to be legitimate contenders in the Western Conference once again. One of the season's most dramatic moments came in a tight contest against the Houston Rockets. Rookie Jalen Wells appeared to score a game-winning layup, only for an official to mistakenly call the play dead, assuming that head coach Taylor Jenkins had requested a timeout. While the moment was frustrating, it symbolized the Grizzlies' identity this season: relentless, high-paced, and determined. From an underwhelming 18-34 record at this point last year to an impressive 35-17 record now, Memphis has achieved one of the biggest turnarounds in the NBA. They boast the league's highest scoring offense and are among the top teams in both defense and net rating. Their ability to dominate games has been evident, with a staggering 26-6 record in games decided by at least 10 points. Remarkably, they are the only team yet to score fewer than 100 points in any game this season. Even Hall of Famers like Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett have taken notice, with Pierce stating on a recent podcast that he would take Memphis in a 7-game series against anyone in the West, except for Oklahoma City. So, what makes this Grizzlies team so formidable? Here are 4 key reasons for their resurgence and one crucial area they need to address to solidify their contender status. 1. Fast, relentless offense. Memphis plays at one of the fastest paces in the NBA. Whether it's off steals, missed shots, or even made baskets, they push the ball up the court at every opportunity. Their transition game has become a weapon, leading the league in fast break points with 16.8 per game. Last season, their offense struggled significantly, ranking last in points per game, 105.8, and offensive rating. Their net rating was an abysmal -6.9, and their pace ranked just 17th in the league. The turnaround has been remarkable, as they now lead the NBA in total points, 123.5, and shot attempts, 93.2, per game. What's driving this transformation? Speed and efficiency. The Grizzlies cover more ground at a faster pace than any other team. While their system isn't quite as extreme as Mike D'Antoni's 7 seconds or less offense, they waste no time getting their shots up. Rather than relying heavily on pick and rolls or dribble handoffs, they focus on quick ball movement and transition attacks. This unique approach has made them one of the most unpredictable and difficult teams to guard. 2. Jaren Jackson Jr.'s evolution. Jaren Jackson Jr. has taken another leap forward this season, elevating his scoring to 23.3 points per game while reducing his fouls, a key factor that has allowed him to stay on the floor longer and have a greater impact. At just 25 years old, Jackson is showing signs of entering his prime. His defensive impact remains elite, with opponents shooting 7.6% worse when he is the primary defender. That ranks second best in the league among players with at least 35 games played, even surpassing Defensive Player of the Year frontrunner Victor Wembanyama. Splitting time between power forward and center, Jackson has thrived in both roles. Even when his streak of 9 straight 20-plus point games ended against Oklahoma City, he still contributed 19 points, 3 steals and 3 blocks. His ability to protect the rim while also stretching the floor on offense makes him one of the most versatile big men in the league. 3. Resilience in the face of injuries. Despite dealing with significant injuries, the Grizzlies have remained one of the most consistent teams in the league. They have lost a staggering 240 games to injuries or illness this season, with 15 different players missing time due to 40 various ailments. Key players like Gigi Jackson, Vince Williams Jr., and Ja Morant have all missed extended stretches, yet Memphis continues to thrive. Their ability to adapt has been remarkable. The team has managed a 25-15 record without Gigi Jackson, 26-9 without Williams, and 14-7 when Morant has been sidelined. Unlike last season, when injuries led to a steep decline, Memphis has found ways to plug gaps and stay competitive. Jenkins has had to juggle lineups constantly, already using 19 different players this season, but the team has responded admirably. 4. Impactful young talent. Of the NBA's top teams, none is getting more production from rookies than Memphis. While contenders like Boston and Cleveland have barely relied on their rookies, the Grizzlies have leaned heavily on their young players, particularly Zach Edey and Jalen Wells. Edey, a 7'4" center and 2-time NCAA Player of the Year, has made a smooth transition to the NBA, averaging 9.7 points, 7.1 rebounds and 1.2 blocks per game. Wells, an unheralded second-round pick, has been a revelation, leading all rookies in total wins 35 and three-pointers made 95. He has also become a key defensive stopper, frequently guarding the opposing team's best perimeter player. Jenkins has never hesitated to trust young talent, and that philosophy is paying off. The Grizzlies lead the league in bench scoring 46.4 ppg, and their reserves rank among the best in overall field goal percentage and three-point shooting, where they must improve, beating the West's elite. For all their success, one glaring issue remains. Memphis has struggled against other top Western Conference teams. Their record against the 9 other teams with winning records in the West is just 8-13, including an 0-2 mark against Oklahoma City with a combined losing margin of 37 points. While their 27-4 record against weaker teams is impressive, they will need to prove they can beat elite competition if they want to make a deep playoff run. With upcoming matchups against the Clippers and Thunder, they have a chance to change that narrative before the postseason begins. Final thoughts. The Memphis Grizzlies have re-emerged as a serious threat in the Western Conference thanks to their fast-paced offense, Jaren Jackson Jr.'s growth, incredible depth, and contributions from their young talent. They have overcome significant injuries and continue to prove their resilience. However, their ability to take down the West's best teams remains a question mark. If they can rise to the challenge against elite competition, there's no doubt they will be a force to be reckoned with in the playoffs. With Taylor Jenkins at the helm and a roster filled with both established stars and promising young players, Memphis has all the ingredients to contend for an NBA title this season.